the very last house that Colonel Daniel Boone lived in. Hey everybody, this is Russ from Family Tree Nuts, and I'm outside of Defiance, Missouri, in the Femme Osage Valley, at the home of Nathan Boone, the son of Daniel Boone, where Daniel spent his last days. In 1799, when Daniel Boone was 65 years old, he was invited by the Spanish government to live in Upper Louisiana in modern-day Missouri and serve as commandant of the Femme Osage Valley and also as a judge. Boone was granted 850 acres, about 4 miles from the spot where we are right now. His debtors from Kentucky caught up with him and he lost most of his acreage, so he spent most of his time here with his son Nathan. Daniel spent quite a bit of time working on guns in a shop behind the house here. This is actually the back of the house. You see in the shot that we have right here, this is the front of the house here. But the angle that we're shooting from right now is the angle that most people see in photos today. The house took years to construct and wasn't finished until 1810. It's 4 stories high and the walls are 2.5 feet thick. It has holes all the way around the house to protect them from Native American attack from any direction. In 1802, this area became under the control of the French. And then again in 1803, it was sold as a Louisiana purchase to the United States. Daniel often visited his daughter's place, Jemima Boone Calloway, that's about 14 miles away from here, near Marthasville, Missouri. You might remember Jemima as being one of the 3 girls, along with the 2 Calloway sisters, that were captured by the Native Americans and then rescued a few days later by Daniel Boone, the Calloway girls' father, and many other family members. That story became epic in literature and paintings all over the United States, and is said to be the basis of the book and the movie The Last of the Mohicans. Daniel spent most of the summer of 1820 at his daughter Jemima's house. In late summer, he developed a light fever, and upon getting over the fever, he requested to go back to Nathan's house as fast as he could. Nathan brought his father back to the house, and just 2 weeks later, about sunrise, on September the 26th of 1820, Colonel Daniel Boone passed away. He passed away right in this house. He was buried next to his wife Rebecca on Jemima's property near Marthasville. And then in 1845, he was exhumed and brought to Frankfort, Kentucky, where he sits in Frankfort Cemetery overlooking the state capitol. Some experts think that they got the wrong body and Daniel's still buried here in Missouri, but that's a different story. Nathan continued to live in this house until 1837, and then they moved further south. So here we are, where the last chapters of the life of the great Colonel Daniel Boone played out in the Femme Osage Valley of Missouri. And hey, remember, Family Tree Nuts, let our nuts find the nuts in your family tree. Like what you see? Make sure you follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And subscribe to our YouTube channel. Don't forget to click the little bell so you get notifications as to when we post new videos. And you can find out more about us and contact us at familytreenuts.org.